And welcome to we've already released an episode this week, episode of Who Gives a Hoot. Special one here. We've got Blake Malone joining Braedon and I. And Blake, you've seen a lot of time on the field this year. Really looking to get some there. But no, jokes aside, how's everything going? How's the recovery?
The recovery is going real good. I can't touch on it too much, but I had successful surgery, which is great. Big shout out to Dr. Tao and all of his staff members. They've been phenomenal in UNMC. They've all been absolutely wonderful and couldn't be more thankful. But doing good, and yeah, glad for this year.
Awesome. I mean, if you've listened to it, I wouldn't expect. I don't listen to our pod. The people that do, God bless you. But you were really hyped as coming back for third season. You were an integral part of the defense last year. We were really expecting you to come in and to catch that injury before you can get going. That's got to bump you out. But how are you keeping the spirits up? Are you staying close with the team? You staying close with the teammates?
Absolutely, they're all my boys and all my brothers, and I mean we're pretty close in it, on and off the field, and a lot of things that we do. But the spirits are honestly pretty good. I mean, injuries definitely suck. They're not fun, but it's a part of what we do. And at some point, you kind of just have to accept it. And even though it's really hard to accept, it happens. I dealt with an injury my first actual professional year with Orange County. Tore my quad, missed, and that was COVID year, missed the season. That was back then, but so I've kind of gone through it once or twice before. But at the end of the day, you just got to stay positive and know that the boys have my back, and they're putting up some good numbers right now. So just got to be positive and just accept it and roll with the punches.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the way to be looking at it. You're didn't realize that you'd been injured during the COVID year, which is probably one of the better years to get injured during. Like championship sides that year, like played half the games, quarter of the games they normally.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a real weird one.
The pockets and just how everything was going. Just
yeah.
But following that year, you won a championship with Omaha. Then you left us. But you came back.
I did. We made it home.
Out of all the other guys who won that championship with us and left, you're the only one who came back. So we appreciate you for that.
Absolutely.
What do you have to say to those guys that are playing up in Madison right now?
Up in Madison? Man, I love all of them to death off the field, but when that whistle blows, it's game time. It is game time. Go Owls, woo! But I love them. But
yeah, we got to give them. I mean, we stand by the once an owl, always an owl, but we got to give them some crap. I mean,
it's honestly every time they add another owl, especially one from that year, I'm just like, oh my! It's like Thanos collecting the stones. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
It reminds me of Manchester United under Ten Hag, just adding the Ajax 2017 team.
Exactly.
And they did.
It's crazy, but yeah, hey, love them. So
So obviously you've been on the sidelines for this season so far, and it's not where you want to be, not where we want you to be. What have been some of those points in the season so far that have really stood out to you as like, oh wow, we improved from last season. Like these new guys are coming in, or these guys have really grown so far this season.
Yeah, if you really look at if you look at the standings so far, you might say, oh wow, Omaha is not doing too hot. You might say, oh wow, we're 3 games in, 3 points, and it's not looking too hot. But honestly, it's a very long season. We had a really good preseason, and it's always ups and downs. It's always highs and lows. But I think after this last game in particular against San Antonio, I thought it was a really good performance. I know it was only a 1-0 finish, but against a championship team who's typically a very high caliber team. I mean, I didn't think San Antonio was in it much at all. And even the past results in regular play, some of them have obviously not been in our favor. There's been a lot of positives out of them, and things that we do tactically and some work effort. But I really like the group of guys we have this year, and I think everyone's really bought into who we are and what we want to do. And I think that goes miles for not only a team but a winning team. Because at the end of the day, I've been a part of a lot of teams over the years, and the teams that are most successful are those that are bought in all together and are truly a family and a brotherhood. And I think we have that this year. And so I'm excited for them and for us to expand on that previous win, and hope to go again this weekend.
Awesome. Since you're not on the field and you're not worried about getting benched right now, have you been able to play any really good pranks?
Any pranks?
We gotta ask. I mean, you gotta play.
I have not, but I'm up for some suggestions if you have any, because that's honestly a pretty good idea.
I mean, I feel like who's the most likely to not hit you after getting pranked?
To not hit me after getting pranked?
Yeah. We don't want to further your recovery.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. Definitely not Cheeto. Cheeto would probably smack me up pretty good. Honestly, maybe Nap. Maybe Brandon. I think I think he'd be cool with it.
All right.
That's a little harder though, because he's my roommate. I live with the man, so that one might be a little trickier.
Well, I mean, the easy question is like, you afraid of spiders or snakes or something?
Him?
Yeah.
He's real. I mean, I don't want to out him, but he doesn't really like dogs very much.
Oh, like big scary dogs, or like dogs that are like biting his ankles?
Doesn't really like. He honestly doesn't really like dogs in general. For kind of an odd way. I respect him. Whatever he wants, but that's.
I mean, I might not anymore. Well, I mean, that's a definite plus for all the cat friends who listen to the podcast, which I feel like most of them. So, Brandon's your guy.
Hey, there you go.
But I feel like that's an easy one of like one of those light sensor, reaches into his locker and just starts dog barking.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. See, now we're cooking. I got to jot these down.
See, like we'll put it out on the we won't out him. I won't tag him in there. I know he's not going to listen to this, but we'll put it out there. See if anybody's got some good ideas.
Perfect.
Just
I'll listen to them all.
Make sure we get him over there.
Absolutely, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Braedon, I mean, you're definitely following more of the stats on everything than I am. You've got a better just overall understanding. What are you missing most about Blake in defense right now?
I honestly can't say for sure, because like it's so early in the year of what we're missing. I like to say, like, I'm going to say this right away. Our back line still looks pretty good for what I've seen. I like the depth that we have.
He doesn't miss you.
Yeah.
No love over here. No love.
No, seriously. Like, would things improve? I would 100% say I want you back every day, because I would much, like, especially towards the end of the season last year and just the entire season last year, you were definitely a rock in defense. But I'll give credit to the rest of the defensemen, Marco, Holtz, Dion, Charlie. Like, whether they're wing backs or being center backs, they do really well at their job.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like it's kind of hard to choose sometimes, because like I know Dom occasionally likes to like push guys around, like experiments with where they are. So I'd say it's probably too early in the year to say, all right, I want this guy here, this guy there, unless it's like Dion on the wing. So
yeah. No, I honestly couldn't agree more. No, they've all been really great, especially Dion's obviously having a great season, but honestly, Holtby, I think I'm going to give him some flowers here. I think he's been phenomenal stepping up into that role. Obviously, this is kind of his first time having to be that guy in the moment, step up each occasion. I think he's been great so far. So I couldn't agree more.
I think we definitely got to just start getting Holt like different ear wraps. Like
I know.
He was at the season ticket member event, talking with him, and then seeing him after that, like that's the sweetest kid, that gets his ear ripped off. Now he looks like he's been in a bad fight, but I feel like you do some nice head wraps there.
Absolutely, we could do a whole bunch of custom things with that. Bedazzle it, do whatever, make it look good.
He could get sponsored by some sort of head wrap.
He probably could.
You got to become his agent now.
I'm multitasking here. I'm here for it though.
Going into San Antonio this weekend, or not San Antonio, sorry, El Paso. No,
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, third time's a charm.
Yeah, we're there. You played championship at one point, then you switched over. I mean, you've played with Greg, who's the notable Union Omaha alum there, and you've played in the Jaeger Cup. In your opinion, or like your kind of player capability, how would you best manage a game that you know if it ends in a tie, it's going to against New Mexico, that it's going to PKs?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously know Greg Hurst very well. I know Zico Bailey. He's a Vegas boy, so I know Zico Bailey very well. Marlon Vargas, I started with him at the Sounders Academy way back when we were younger, so I honestly know the team decently well, and they are very good. And they perform, and that's why they do so well, especially over the past few years, even with Chris Weyhan leaving. But I think
there's some shade there.
What was that?
He said even with that sounded like there's some shade there.
No shade at all. I love Chris, but it's kind of hard to think about it in that aspect of if it goes to PKs, because obviously it is the Jägermeister. But I think really instead of focusing on that, we got to focus on just winning and being dominant. Granted, they are a tough team at home, and they get some good fans, especially behind that goal that they have in the baseball field. But really, I think we're just looking. If it comes down to PKs, it comes down to PKs. Be confident, place it, put it away. But I think we want to be dominant from the start. Foot on the gas all the way, no break. And honestly, PK is not even in the mind. Honestly, if it were me thinking about it,
Yeah. I mean, playing on that baseball field is definitely it's definitely a bit of a challenge. We know that's a huge boost for Union Omaha when teams come to play, especially early in the season before anybody's gotten a chance to get used to it. But with that field, how would you as a defender adjust? And obviously we don't want to give too much away and ask how you think we will adjust, but how do you adjust to a weird field and what's probably not the greatest playing surface in the world?
Yeah, in terms of dimensions, I think since it's a baseball field, it's obviously a smaller field. I don't know how close it is to ours at Werner. And I haven't been on that field in years. It's been like 3 or 4 years now. But personally, I think that a big component of it is being able to press and being able to be on the front foot, like I said. Tighter dimensions means less room, less space. So you want to kind of choke them up and close them out, Don't give them any breathing room. Sometimes that makes the game kind of ugly. But, if you can win the ugly, sometimes you got a really good chance of winning, So that's personally how I would attack it.
Oh, definitely makes sense there. We've had we definitely need to be, with Lagos being out this season, we brought on a few new attacking players. I think utilizing them better, like really just getting out there on the front foot. I feel like this is going to be a score by committee year, regardless, but it's one I think we have the committee available to really just knock that in before and not let them get to a final. It's been a few years now. Do you have any recommendations to the guys who are on defense now on how best to shut down Greg?
Greg's a very good player. He's dynamic. He's good with the ball at his feet. And he's a really good finisher. Personally, I would again try to say that you got to close him down as much as possible, not give him any space, especially when he checks off the line. He's good at running it behind as well, but I think he's more dangerous with the ball at his feet, especially around the box. So I think closing him out and making sure that you're touch tight is probably one of the biggest things to do to stop Greg.
Sure. All right. We're gonna jump into the personal questions now. Right? Real personal.
Love it.
Why do you hate Everton? And how can you get Braedon onto a good team?
Wait. I didn't realize this. Wait, are you a Liverpool fan, Blake?
Okay, hear me out. This might take both of you by surprise in the craziest way. I don't really watch a lot of soccer.
Oh, what's your sport?
Honestly, big football guy, big golf guy, real big golf guy.
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
Sorry, I know.
No.
Hot take.
This is. Are you able to golf with your injury? I mean, it's the most physical, demanding sport out there. So
it's a tough. I will die on this hill that golf is the toughest sport. I swear, it is the toughest, and I'll lay on that grave. It's fine.
Well, now we're just wondering if we have to do a charity auction for golfing with Blake.
I think we have to.
I
think that'd be perfect.
Actually, the funny thing is that so I think at one point they did a raffle. Was it like in 2023 where the winner got to do a round of golf with Peter, the GM at the time? I think somehow I got. So someone else I knew won it, and then they said, "Hey, I can give it to you." I never got around to that because Peter left at the end of the season. So I think I might be.
Yeah.
I think I might deserve that, but I can't guarantee I'm that good.
That's fine. It's just nice to be out there, good or bad. It's just a vibe, I think.
Yeah.
Under the sun.
We're in Omaha.
What'd you say?
I enjoy a good round of golf. I enjoy.
Where's my favorite? You say where's my favorite course?
In Omaha, yeah.
It's a good question. Honestly, Stone Creek is a nice course. Is it like the nicest in Omaha? No. Is it very nice? Yes. No. But I grew up.
I'm asking for like the one you think should be, Omaha's entry to the PGA. The one that you enjoy the most.
I like Stone Creek, because back when I think I was 11 or 12. We were all playing. My family was all playing Stone Creek, and I've got family that lives on Stone Creek itself. But that was when I shot my first, my lowest score at the time, and I was like 11. I shot an 83. I think I was 11 or 12. But so that one kind of just has some special memories for me here. So I got to go with Stone Creek. Yeah.
Let's see. I hate that you said golf because the biggest golf fan on the pod is currently in a car driving to Kansas City right now.
Oh.
Like this could have turned into a golf pod.
Real quick. This could have gone on for hours too.
100%. Like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get you back on at some point this season with John just to talk golf.
Absolutely, I'm here for it. Whenever.
Or we're just gonna do a YouTube one from the course. I am the #1 golf cart driver in the U.S. 100%.
It's needed. It's an important position. someone's got to fill it, and if you're that guy, you're that guy.
That's the role I'm going to fill on this team.
Every role is important. We love it.
All right, Braedon, you can probably debate him on this. You've been now three seasons in Omaha. What's your favorite kit so far, and what's your least favorite kit? And if it's a 2025 kit, you don't have to say that, so they can still sell them.
I honestly do really like the 2025 kits. And I like what they stand for, so I think I really enjoy them, and I really like them. Especially our away kit. I think they're wonderful. So fans out there, hit the stores, go get you some jerseys. But that's a good question. I do really like this year's. I think my least favorite off the bat was 2021's away kit. It was the all neon one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That the highlighter, just
the highlight. Yeah, no. I think that one's got to be my least favorite. I don't know what my most favorite would be. There's been some real cool ones. Honestly, I kind of liked those purple ones and the way that we kind of auctioned them off. I thought that was for a good cause, and I thought that was real cool too. That one could be up there just for the symbolism behind it as well. But I know, but the 2021 away one's that's a lock for least favorite. That one we could write that one down.
All right, guaranteed. Never do a neon kit again.
Oh yeah, God, you're breaking my heart.
Neon's tough. It's a tough look. I mean, hey, I thank you, Omaha, for this great. It was a great season. Don't get me wrong, but it's a tough look. Tough look. But
yeah, that just breaks my heart because I like the neon color more than anything, simply because it's a very unique thing. You don't see that very often, at least in teams colors, not to mention permanent ones.
So, was that full neon your favorite then?
No, not my favorite. I'd say my favorite combination with that was probably, I think it was the last away game against North Texas, because you guys wore black shorts for that game, I think. I could be wrong.
That's a crazy memory bank from you. I couldn't tell you. That sounds kind of right though.
Yeah, but I like that combination. I didn't mind it when you guys wore white shorts with the highlighters as well, but I can see why not many people would like it. It's
I feel like with the highlighter shirts, it reflects up. It probably affects your vision until you get it.
Yeah, I'm all blinded trying to head the ball and stuff.
Well, it's I can definitely replays or during the match, and you see it just showing on everybody's cheeks when they're wearing it.
Yeah. So, what would y'all say is your favorite so far? Tough question, I know.
Well, not 2025. I'm gonna step away from you there.
Okay.
I like the glow in the dark kit.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Least favorite? I don't know. Probably the band.
Yeah.
Band one from 22, which that wasn't your.
I remember that one. I wasn't there for that one, but I remember it.
So wait, is this your deepest year that you've been deepest run in the Open Cup? Or no, I guess we made fourth round last year.
Yeah, that was a heartbreak game too. That one should have been more, but I think it was last year because I don't remember 2021.
2021. We did not play the Open Cup in 2021.
No, right?
Yeah, no.
That they hadn't brought it back yet because of COVID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Then you were off Colorado. No, not the Springs, but Rapids in 22. I feel like we've asked you about MLS Next before, but where do you as a player? What do you feel the best things of MLS Next while you were there versus the best things in USL. Uh, um,
Yeah, USL is a much more experienced, I would say experienced, and physically enhanced game, I think. I think it's a lot more deals with the body and speed and strength. And obviously everyone's usually technically sound and been around for a while. I think MLS Next Pro, it's a little younger. It's obviously a newer league. The positives of that are your tie-in with the first team. Because 1 second you can be playing, Rapids 2, doing great. Then all of a sudden, first team center back, Hammy gone. Hey, who's next? We don't have anybody. We need to bring you up. You do good. Hey, you're looking real good. I know a number of people that have signed contracts from the second team. So I think the pathway with MLS Next Pro to first team is probably the most beneficial aspect of it. Is what I would have to say. Obviously, back in the day, back when I was in the academy, you'd go academy, then you'd go USL Championship for the second team, and then go through. So now it's similar. It's just a different. Now there's just a different league for it. What I would say that's kind of the main differences. Obviously, there's still some fantastic players in MLS Next Pro and some great teams. Like I think our Rapids 2 team the year that we won the Player Shield was phenomenal. We had Remy Cabral, who's at Phoenix. We had Marlon Vargas in New Mexico, Ollie Larraz, who starts the first team at Rapids. So, yeah, that's what I would say is probably the biggest differences and takeaways from them.
I mean, that MLS Next coming on, at this point, it's not a super new league, but it's definitely one that kind of it's trying to do something different with U.S. soccer, I guess is the way to phrase it. And different in the development.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting like no games and ties. It seems like it's trying to trial a different way that MLS is going to go. What do you feel there as far as like player removing draws from the game? Don't have the option to tie. It's 3 points or nothing.
So the interesting thing about that, so if your game ends in a tie, then you go to PKs. And then whoever wins the PKs gets the additional point.
Okay.
And personally, when I was there, I'm really competitive. I hate losing, hate it. So tie for me, it's not always a loss. Sometimes getting a tie is a great result. If it's not your best day or it's just you're away, you've been away for a while, whatnot. But I hate losing, hate it. Like it kills me. So having a little PK shootout just for that extra point, I actually somewhat enjoyed just because it felt like you were leaving with something. You know what I mean? Like okay, nice. We're even for 90 minutes, but you couldn't hang with us for the last 10 minutes where it mattered. You know what I mean? So it's weird. It's definitely different, but I actually enjoyed it.
Okay. I could see that. Do you want to see USL? This is a question Gary got some boos for last year. Do you want to see that in USL?
What was Gary's answer?
I'll let you answer.
Probably not. I think Europe has the system down probably the best in terms of promotion, relegation, standings tables, and whatnot. So I don't really know if we should implement that into the USL.
Good
Would
answer.
I hate it? No. Would it be awful? No. Do I think it'll I don't know. I don't really know how it would impact it. But do I think we need to? No. I think we're perfectly fine the way it is.
Good answer.
Thank you.
At this point, the promotion relegation argument is kind of subsided a bit to it's going to happen. They've given us a timeline. You're young enough; you'll still be playing. Should you choose to, just stop getting injured. Just stop.
More. Yeah, no, none of that.
How do you feel with promotion relegation finally coming to the States?
Yeah, again, like I kind of said and alluded to, I think Europe has it down best, in a number of other leagues around the world. But I mean, I think there needs to be some incentive for winning and having a good season. You know, there should be, minus obviously you won the championship. What's next? And honestly, I think that USL Championship and League 1, 2, there's gaps between them, but I think the gaps are getting closer in a sense.
Yeah.
So I think it would just promote. I think it would promote the league a bunch. And obviously, you'd want to be in the top league. There's repercussions for being in last. You know, there's repercussions for finishing at the bottom, as I think there should be. So I think it's a good thing.
But you don't think that the team that finished last in the league should get promoted?
Yeah, you know, probably not. I don't know. I mean, you know, probably not. But
that was an interesting one last year.
yeah.
Yep. But I suppose we should probably get another couple questions to boost your favorite places, to make it so you have to wait longer in line. Favorite coffee shop in Omaha?
Okay, I know I'm going to come in with another hot take here.
Hey, Scooters, you're done.
No, I actually don't really like coffee.
Okay. Favorite place to get a hot and or cold beverage?
Man, of all the questions you've asked so far, it's probably the hardest one. There's a place down the street from us called The Archetype, which is kind of a cool little setting. Cool little vibe.
Yeah.
Nice little niche place.
They got some tasty treats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Archetype. We'll go with that.
All right. Favorite food in Omaha?
You followed it up with a harder question.
Yep.
I really like. One of my favorite foods is probably steak. It could be number one for me. And again, I'm kind of alluding to a little childhood memory, but I think my favorite steakhouse here is Brother Sebastian's.
Oh yeah, okay, I can agree with this.
Solid.
I think it's delicious, and I kind of like, again, the aesthetic. It's a little different and unique. So I'm probably gonna rock with Brother Sebastian's.
All right. Do we need to send over your clip of you endorsing them? See if they'll start giving you free steak.
So here for it, Brother Sebastian's. You're great. Love to work with you.
We'll clip it together, send it over. You get free steak for life. Perfect.
That's all I need. I'm happy.
All right. Braedon, you got anything else you want to toss to him, or we let him actually enjoy the last beautiful day we've got for a little bit?
It is gorgeous. It really is.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'd say the one question I got, and this is like, given your journey as a player, you started off in academy, and then of course moved eventually to professional with Tacoma and then Orange County, whatnot, and then eventually you ended up here in Omaha again. Did you think it was going to be like this, like where like you are winning titles with Omaha? Like, is that like what your like idea like for the journey was?
At the end of the day, I think we all set out. I mean, everyone has different career goals and expectations. Like I said earlier, I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose, and honestly, I can say, obviously, I've had wonderful teammates and wonderful environments. But throughout the years, I kind of have a history of winning. I won with DA when I was at Sounders. One with you guys, one with Rapids, one again with you guys, or with us, I should say.
Damn, he's already moved on.
No, with us. And I'm looking to do it again, but obviously it doesn't always happen. Obviously, you've got some rough seasons, some rough times, but I do think it's always the goal. Obviously, sometimes it's hard to think about when you're a player, but with greater team results, usually better things arise for the player as well. Sometimes people get so fixated on, how can I be the best? But usually when you can be the best for the team and when the team can succeed, that allows you to succeed. So I've been lucky enough to be a part of some wonderful teams that have, again, all bought into something that's very goal oriented and with the expectation of winning. And when it's high, feels like not much. When a loss feels like even more, the end of the world. So I do think I've gone into pretty much each season with the expectation to compete and to win. And luckily enough and thankfully enough, I've had some success. So hopefully we keep that running.
Are you trying to Brady it? You have to go an extra finger to get a ring.
I want the whole gauntlet. I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get a ring yet for last year?
I believe they're still getting worked on, but I honestly haven't. I don't know.
Okay. We'll have to start asking about where the fan NFTs are.
Love it.
Yep. All right. Got one last question for you. Appreciate you coming on. You're welcome back anytime. If you get bored during everything, if you want to come on, tell us how good the boys are doing or how horrible the boys are doing. We're always here for that. But
absolutely.
Who gives a hoot?
Go.
We do.
We do.